Hey, I'm Muzi, and this is me building my AI automation business in public. I do these videos every day. I just yap on camera, tell you about what I did, tell you about my thought process, about why I was doing it in the first place. And basically, my intention is to just like leave a record that I was here, that I was doing all this stuff, while also sort of educating other people who might be in the same situation as me on like how to deal with certain things. Because I think that like having someone sort of like to use as like a way of measuring not just success but like sort of understanding what to do at any point in time is very important. Like I have heroes in my life as well, and my heroes are always like far away from me, but I genuinely like I appreciate those people and I watch them almost every day. um, I would love to be someone's hero, and I think the best way to become that person's hero is to just make content and to show people what I'm doing and what I'm working on. So how this goes is I have these 5 slides here where it's just like basic questions that will basically just sum up what I did during the day. Um, so what I planned to do before the start of the day was to just like heavily grind on the work that I was doing for my client. Actually, I intended to do 2 things, right? The first thing was sort of creating this document processing thing. It sounds simple, but it's super complex because the idea is for someone to be able to upload a document, have the systems somehow come up with a way of replicating and then creating sort of similar documents, um, and then being able to like pump out documents that look almost like that. And the thing is, these documents don't just come in any format; they come in like 4 different formats. Like it could be PDF, DocX, Excel spreadsheet. It could be CSV, and like getting it right is so. But I managed to. Okay, I'll tell you about it later. But yeah, my intention was to work on that, and then also make a video for my first client, like first client I ever got, um, just to update her on like what I built, because the system I was building for her, like if you've been watching these videos for a long time, then you'll know that I was building a system for repurposing content like a long time ago, and I basically like haven't been working on that for over 3 weeks, almost 4 weeks now, and now I think she wants to like launch it. Maybe I'm not entirely sure, but if she does want to launch it, then she might need my services. That video was basically just me telling her what's up, telling her what I did, what happened, and I'm still to I'm yet to get a response from her, but the response should be positive, I think. Um, yeah, she seems great. I don't know. Like the only reason she went out of contact, I think, is because she got married. So like life just like catches up to you sometimes when things like that happen. So yeah, those are my 2 intentions, and I managed to accomplish both of them. So basically, my structure throughout the day is to wake up in the morning, do something extremely fucking hard, come back, work, and then sort of later on at night do something extremely fucking hard, and then go to sleep, and then wake up the next day and do it again and again and again and again and again and again. That's been my schedule for the past few months, and it's gonna continue like that for the foreseeable future. Um, I don't know. Like I hear people talking about the 4-hour work weeks or whatever. I don't see myself doing that. I feel like I'll be so bored. I'll be so bored. And those people who say they work 4 hours a week, they don't actually work 4 hours a week. Even the guy who's like peddling the concept a lot, like Danko, he doesn't work 4 hours a week. Every time he's not working, he's either reading a book that's to inspire ideas so that he can write better. So he's either reading a book, or he's meditating, which is also working on his mentality, or he's doing something like exercising or whatever, which is also working on his body. And the healthier his body is, the better his mentality is. So like that's my thesis, is the fact that the work doesn't ever end, right? It just manifests itself in different ways, and everything you're doing is just for the work. you like um, that is just something I come to understand, and that's why I'm kind of like building these habits right now, because I know that this is probably how my life is going to go from now on. So if I can just get used to it, and yeah, I feel it sometimes when I wake up. It's just like it's really fucking cold, and like I just look out of the door and I'm like, damn, I gotta run now. Um, and then I remember, oh yeah, no, I find it easy, and it's not because I find it easy, but it's because my future self finds it very easy. So since there is no real difference between my future self and me, right, according to some ideas that I have in my head, then I should be able to find it easy as well. And that's why I just run. And at the end of the day, I end up like finding it easy. I even end up having fun with it. So it's like, and every time I do it, it like cements it in place. It cements this concept in place of the fact that there is no real difference between me and who I say I am. So yeah, um, challenging moment today was getting the sort of like, because yeah, it's the flow is for someone to like upload a document, and then getting the document like to get sort of read by an AI model. That's fucking tough. I mean, for me, like I was reading the documentation for OpenAI, like uploading files, and no matter what I did, it just didn't work. That was until I decided to just turn it into a like the the file data, turn it into a base 64 encoded string, and then send that to a language model. And the best language model for this was Gemini because of its fact context window. Um, After I managed to do that, boom, bada bing, everything was working. And that was something that really, really made me happy. But yeah, it was like a challenge to get going, and then afterwards, it was like a real surprising thing where I was like, holy shit, I should have thought of this like days ago, because I love Gemini because of its fat context window. And yes, the fact I spell the fat with a PH. Um, okay, let's keep going. What were the best? And okay, let me check something. Okay, just checking the sound, but the sound is proper. So, by the way, I use OBS. I'm still learning how it works, funnily enough, and I've been using it for like so many months now. Um, what were the best and worst parts of the day? This is very simply, I didn't have a worst part of the day. Um, like, I could even just do this right now. Here we go. I didn't have like a bad part of the day, generally speaking. I enjoyed every single moment of this day. Like even the challenging parts. I feel like challenges are great. I love challenges, especially when they come hard. Um, because like I know that overcoming them will just be that much sweeter. Um, and like there's nothing in life that's better than overcoming challenges. I feel like it's like that quote, man. Like humans were built to walk uphill. You have to climb hills, and like even when you get to the top, there are high hills to climb. So you just climb those. A good part was when I received payment from my client. Like that was pretty sweet. Um, I mean, when I think about the fact that I sort of built a demo for him before actually starting this work, um, and then I'm only now getting paid. Like the amount of investment in terms of time that I put into this is really, really like it really just shows me how much actually goes into building a business, um, especially when you don't have that much proof on your name. But I think now that he's paid me this first time, he might just continue paying me, which is like really awesome, and it just shows how much sort of effort I've been putting in. So I'm very proud of myself, and I'm very happy to have a client like him who recognizes how hard I've been working on this. And yeah, that's exactly why I want to give him the best of the best of whatever I'm capable of producing. How did this experience change me or my perspectives? So, I mean, okay, if we're talking about the challenge, then yeah, that challenge was really challenging. I mean, as far as challenges go, and it really like it made me understand because like there was a point where I thought it was just impossible. Like I was even researching um, services like online services that do analysis like this. Um, but then like I took a step back and then I just like the idea just came to me, and then after that it was just like game over. But yeah, it just there's always a solution, like always a solution. Everything is just predicated on creativity and the drive to actually find the solution. But there will always be a solution for any problem. Like that's one thing that I'm realizing more and more. Um, and it's also like another reason why I just generally love problems because every time I solve one, it proves my capacity to solve even more difficult problems. Um, so it's like it's a way in which I'm basically just proving myself to the universe. I feel like the more you prove yourself to the universe, especially with hard problems, the more the universe rewards you. Because the universe is fair to like each and every one of us. It's very fair. Like as much as it gives us rewards, it also gives us like really challenging things to go past. And if you manage to get past your challenges, right, you will get your rewards. Everything is like every single experience you have in life is just the universe trying to teach you something. This is something I didn't understand before, but like it's so crazy. I'm understanding it more and more now. And the weirdest thing is I came to this conclusion without going through like the religion, because most people who say things like these, they first have to become religious, like they have to believe in some kind of godhead or kind of divine, and then they sort of understand this concept that everything in their life is being led in a certain direction by a certain hand. um, I had to understand this from a fundamentals thinking. Fucking insane, but yeah. Um, like I built this shit, so very happy. But I'm trying to not be too happy. Um, Trying to understand that this is just the beginning. I mean, small wins are called small wins for a reason. It's because they're fucking small. This is nothing. I have to understand that. I have to genuinely like ingrain this in my head. This is nothing. This is nothing. Right? Like as long as I keep telling myself that, I will keep reaching for more because I know there's so much more out there. I know. I can feel it. It's calling for me. So yeah, what's next? Basically, I try to end my days off with a bit of OPM. It's what I'm calling online presence management. What I'm doing is using, because there's like two platforms that I'm like mainly focusing on right now. It's School and X. I might focus on LinkedIn in the future if I ever get serious about LinkedIn. But man, LinkedIn is like it's that one platform that I know there's so much potential on there, but just like the hurdle is so annoying. Um, so I'm just gonna be focusing on School and X right now because they're both working for me. Like they're working very very well. Um, so yeah, for X is going to be really interesting to see how it develops. I want to be more intentional on there as well. Already being intentional on School. Um, Posted something and now I have like some inbound guy, talking to me, um, trying to see. He might actually just be trying to see if I could be a prospect for his business though. But like we'll see how that goes. Um, and yeah, also have another guy who was expecting me to like help him out with a project. Um, yeah, it's not happening, buddy. I'm super busy. I'm fucking swamped right now, honestly, and I would have loved to help out because the experience and the cash, like it would have helped out, but I cannot. Really, genuinely cannot. I told him that I'm looking forward to hearing an answer